Yeah, buddy. I'm one wet. Oh, we could play that now. I'm one west till they bury me.
More affiliation.
So I got one. What's the password again? 646.
Whoa, buddy.
Yeah, we brought it down. You gotta slow that down.
Simmer down now.
481 6315. The number you call all the damn time.
Check.
That was one of the simple ways. My phone too slow for that.
Hey, you got the links I sent you with Jamila?
So like I said,
The ESPN analysis number I sent you. Never sent me the links with the white woman. What she said though.
because I asked the question, I didn't get a response.
To me,
'Cause
I said we need that too.
I didn't know if you meant that or something.
I said we need that.
All right, you got it.
Somebody that would love to see.
Listen, man, y'all ain't my slaves, man. We all brothers. The only difference is I get checked first when shit go wrong.
You know they don't fight, right?
Say again?
No, I'm talking now. I said, y'all know they don't fight, right? They don't fight. They don't have to be. Well, me personally, I like that.
Yeah.
You gonna put on speaker for me?
I'm gonna rip it harder than the best ever. I'm the most brutal of Michigan, most ruthless champion than never been. There's no one can stop me. Legs to the clock.
Yeah,
No
Alexander,
ain't no Alexander. I'm the best
Hell,
ever.
I hate from that.
oh, you did already.
You coming with your best troops, best bring more. Already told you I got the juice like Orenthal.
Probably you still back. Like a suitcase of the bag over there. You know that thing?
We got the truth for your menfalls. So pause, overtaking our enemies. Calculated and orchestrated like symphonies. Team operated, we bring the haters the misery. Top 5 list ain't shit. Let you mention me. Yeah. That's why we on the social media. Fuck niggas make it. Fuck niggas.
Okay, it's a brand new guy.
Why they overhate? That time is short, the moment late. Let it culminate to they harder racing and overtake. Coward perpetrate like they little suspect. Talking intellectual, all of you homosexual faggots. There's no one like I'm from there for. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defensive
I'm sorry, every time I get out
I
there.
want your heart. I want to want to congregate. I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to fellowship. I ain't trying to build with you. Ain't the truth, keep it real with you. Business to the thing, I got no problem up the ears, but you call it bullshit. You can take it over here, but you rather be a house.
Come on, man. Y'all don't know the New York number? Y'all write it down. 646 481 6315. Come on, man.
Got the number for years. It's been the same number for years, right? Yeah, I think that was the number I
Like
called.
2010, 11.
I think that was the number I called like one time when I first got down to the city. And it's funny, you called me that week too. He was like, yo, did you see them? Did you see I.S.U.P.K? Like, nah, I ain't see them. They wasn't out there for some reason. If I'm not mistaken, that was yeah, that was, nah, I think it was for things. Yeah, that was Thanksgiving. That's definitely was. So, Lottie, when do we graduate? Friday or Monday? Everyone graduates on Friday or Monday? I forget, right? Yeah, it's like once you like try to run the job corps and remember curfew and stuff. I don't remember when I should about that.
You know, I forgot. You mentioned that sister that got raised up. I got that.
What's on first?
You got the Chicago story first.
Okay. Do you have a separate internet so I can open up my other email where everything is? Because if I try to open up my Gmail, it'll sign me out. You know what I'm saying?
You can add accounts up. That don't matter no more.
No, but it's unprofessional.
I'm just adding account.
Okay, but it'll sign me out of this.
Why?
Oh. You're switching accounts. Into another thing, it'll log me out of what I'm in now.
It won't, but just for your sake. So, I got internet score. I hate internet.
Yo, I need one of y'all to pull this up and tell me if y'all hear it popping on the speaker.
Oh, okay. Hold on, let me see if my phone is getting out here.
I don't really hear them popping.
Yeah,
Did you hear it?
no, that's on the other one. I'm trying to follow mine. My phone's going slow. I'm trying. Hold on.
One more song, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can you hear it?
I can hear it.
Do you hear popping?
Not on your end. Yes, I hear.
So I can work it. Can you grab my headphones right there?
You rock solid when we about to leave the sword, the stone, nigga, we warriors, hardcore, check the pride, and let the Hebrew speak, nigga, check the eyes, and we talk super heavy, nigga, that's a surprise, but
You know that girl Chicago? Everybody, that Chicago girl, the teenager, YouTube went off physical viral.
So, what was the story like with the freezer and all that?
They were saying that a friend set her up to get killed.
But I heard something like this, dressed like a whore and all that.
No, I wouldn't say I'm gonna go into it tonight. But they said the video saying she walked in there on her own. You know?
I like this too.
said, sell out your garments to get a sword now. Off these polos to get a full pound. Damn sure it started the war, but I'm an ending because the spiritual war could turn carnal any minute. I remember riding back in the days when there was tinted, but Salaki, I'm done with that carnal shit, I repented. And they bomb-proof the proof every time I'm about to go win it. You ain't know this shit, I live for this truth and I'ma defend it. And I get my second wind just as soon these niggas get winded. This war going on outside. This war going on outside. You in the crib, but the war outside. I get it on outside. From the dusk to the dawn outside. So in the morning outside, I'm catching wreck when they drawn outside. Cause it's a war outside. My sword drawn outside. This Excalibur, you better be all outside. Cause it's a war outside. I get it on outside. You in the crib, but the war outside. I get it outside. Nobody's safe, it's a war out here. If you pussy in the streets, you a whore out here. See me all suited up in my fallout gear. 762, slip your fucking car out here. No burner, I still a break your jaw out here. No fear, if you scared, get a motherfucking pit. Or sit up in the church, you a motherfucking bitch. I give you in the verse what I give you in the clip. 32 rounds of fire, never quit. Never a lot of fuckery going down, so what's the purpose? Sick to hang around these clowns, get out the circus. If you cross that line, then you get lit up. The worst is all black hearses, tinted with black curtains. Docs on site with medics and mad nurses. Leave us out your verses. You don't want that kind of war. Ready for that bullshit, kind of like a matador. Get this kind of focus, you gon' need some Adderall. Something just to lock you in behind them padded walls. They say I got some screws loose, and that's true too. Don't let me let them wolves through like it's a full moon. It's like I transform the booth to a war room. Come up with a strategy, maximizing your casualties. Courage of King David, battling like a Maccabees. Find out who you think that nigga fought to him badly. Then proceed to bar his life away rapidly. Take a knee for your majesty, take it to haters savagely. I try leaving rap alone, but I guess that this had to be. Keep you grounded like gravity in the field, but it's damage. Horror, I see calamities. Call you up for my family. Mumble rappers be mad at me. Fuck them up in they faculty. They words speak, sit in they mouth and causing cavities. Yeah, it's a war, but none of you suckers worry. It's a war going on outside. You in the crib, but the war outside. I get it on outside. From the dusk to the dawn outside. So in the morning outside, I'm catching wreck. Drawn outside, cause it's a war outside. My sword drawn outside. This Excalibur, you better be all outside. Cause it's a war outside. I get it on outside. You in the crib, but the war outside. I get it on outside.
You ready to rock and roll? We ready to rock and roll? You ready to start the show?
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all know how we do, man. Every Thursday, man. You know we got new show in time, 10 p.m. Orders of I.S.U.P.K in Harlem, New York City.
And then, man,
you on live with Israelite Vibes. I'm your host, Captain Tazaryach, with my co-host, my right-hand man, my ace. We've been holding this show down for going on almost 4 years, 3 years, since what, 2014 or 15? It was 14.
14.
Yeah, since
15,
14.
16, 17, 3
That's
years.
3 years. We've been going strong. 3 years running this show. Captain Chaataza, man. We got a lot we want to talk about tonight. New number for those that, if anybody got a question or a comment, new number to call in for a question or comment is 646-481-6315. 481-6315. For those of you wondering why we on a new channel, YouTube is a bunch of, somebody reported my account. It's a very coincidental that my account got reported after I checked a few people.
ESPN has issued a statement regarding Jamel Hill's Twitter rant against President Donald Trump. On Monday, the ESPN host went off on...
That's me or you? Okay. So we're going to talk about a lot. So again, if y'all got a question or comment, hit us up 646-481-6315. We're waiting to see. We should have a new YouTube account. If we're not, going to keep the same one up shortly. I subscribe to this channel, I.S.U.P.K Radio. Big up to General Haas. His show
That's right.
is on this channel. So I want to big General Haas up, Captain the Cod. Every Monday, let a Hebrew speak. Man, we're gonna talk about a few things. I don't want to talk about, man. I was actually not going to talk about this until I seen all of them goddamn Israelites going crazy over Tanika. The woman's name, sister's name, right? Give me 1 second. Kanika. I'm sorry. Forgive me for saying her name wrong. But Kanika Jenkins in Chicago has apparently been in all the news. A 19-year-old black girl getting drunk and high and ended up dying is new in the world, to where we got to now be all in shock. And of course, Facebook Live videos. I be wondering, when is Israel, or when is we as black people going to stop falling for the hype? What I mean by falling for the hype, man, we so easily pumped and beguiled and follow everything on social media, man. We won't follow the Most High, but we'll damn sure follow social media. It's the truth. You put it in the Bible, nah, we ain't rocking with that. Like, it amazes me how simple we become, man. And everybody, from what I've seen, because I'm not on Facebook like that, but from what I've seen and heard about this story, you're gonna start at verse 1. I'm about to say it. Phone lines is gonna stay wide open again. If you got a question or comment, you can hit us up. If y'all got a question or comment about this particular any story, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about spouse. Well, you can't be a man and go be with the women, but you can be a man and go be with the women. You know why it sounds crazy? Well, let a transgender in the college, but they won't let a real man in the college. Yeah. You got Luke 13:1? Read that, please.
Luke chapter 13, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
They were present at that season. Some that told him of the Galileans, Pilate had mingled with their sacrifices.
Now, when you read Luke 13:1, Galileans, like rebels or something like that, and Pontius Pilate, their body, right? Keep reading.
Verse 2. And Yahushua answering said unto them, that these Galileans were sinners above all the Galileans?
Say it again.
Suppose ye that these Galileans were sinners above all Galileans?
Here's the problem when we get galvanized with someone's death. Like, this death happens all the time. Like, I was in this group chat and we put this story up, and there was a brother that put up a whole bunch, like, different articles of, because again, you following the hype of this story. And so the whole hype of this story has been these girls set this girl up. The whole hype of this story is how these girlfriends set this girl up, got her killed. That's been the whole hype. I'm sorry, saying shot, and got her stuck in the freezer. So basically, it's like if you go hang out with your girls, and what they were saying too, you can hear in the background she's screaming, "Help me, help me!" That's been the whole hype all week. They put out the addresses of these girls and everything. Do you know where they found this girl in the freezer? You know how she got in that freezer? Article. Chicago activists was shown the surveillance hotel that shows that girl that freezer by herself, drunk out of her gun, high, and she went in the freezer by herself, closed the door, nobody heard from her. She killed herself, in essence, because she was drunk and high. Read that part again what Yahushua said.
Yahushua answering said unto them, suppose ye that these Galileans were sinners above all the Galileans.
I can't hear myself in the headphones. Oh, yeah, if y'all get me okay. For real? That's what it is? Oh. I'm sorry. Let me do like this. Move that over there for a second. Can they hear me now? Oh, yeah. If y'all had a problem hearing, my bad. I'm getting used to this fabulous DJ equipment. Chaataza. Do we have to have this here?
Look.
Is this connected to anything?
Look. Like you could actually take those two off a slide.
Okay. Take these two off. So I can slide this down. Bear with me 1 second, y'all, please, Baba Kashaw. Okay. Just take it off. Take that too.
Just so you know, they can hear everything clear.
Oh, they would hear me fine? Okay. I like to hear myself, I guess. So now, the activist says in the video, can you play if you play the video on your phone, it'll come through? Do you have this video on your phone? I mean, on your laptop?
I can't.
Like, if you play it, they'll be able to hear it, right?
Shut up, Kai.
Yeah, pull this video up for me, please. You there where you was at, Abadja?
Colonel Khan.
Suppose ye
that these Galileans were sinners above all Galileans.
Everybody was looking at this story like, how could they do this? This is wrong. And that's the bugged out part that I've heard. The most about this is that I keep hearing about this innocency. This line of the story, she was in a hotel with a bunch of people getting drunk and high about that. We now live in a society where it becomes the norm to allow your daughters to be around anybody getting drunk and high.
Right.
Where's the real authority that is supposed to be represented? That's why I love this truth. My daughter, I got an oldest daughter, she'll be 16 in November. And I thank the Lord that I'm able to keep a watchful eye over her, as the scriptures say. Because what I ain't hear out of none of this was, why was she even allowed to go to this party or to this hotel? I ain't hear the mom and them say anything about, what's up? Let me email it to you.
Chicago Tribune.
Let me see. Sure. Might be this one. Yeah, that's it right there. I ain't seen nobody say, go outside. I ain't seen nobody say, I should have raised her better. I should have raised her right. I should have did something better than just letting her go to this hotel. Because what are we going to teach the lesson that's supposed to be? Read the rest of that. You got to share.
Because they suffered
Okay.
such things.
Say it again.
Because they suffered such things.
So now you hear this story, just like back then, the Galileans get screaming, they get killed like that. Suppose you that because they, I mean, if people look at that action, and we look at say, oh, she must have got like that. She had in the freezer. You got to hear the story. That door by itself did nothing, so they must have said, I done heard everything. I done heard organ donors got killed for organ donors. I heard she got killed because they was jealous of her. In the hotel, when you play the tape, she getting choked out, screaming, help me. I done heard all of that, when in reality, drunk and high, freezer by herself. And the fact that they watching her on surveillance, if anybody saw her on surveillance, shows something else for us to see our people drunk and high. Nothing about it. What do I mean? If you see somebody drunk and high at 2 or 3 in the morning, wouldn't you say, let me get some help for her, let me call the police, let me do something? That's what really should have been done if you could see her on camera doing that. But instead, that's the normal. When the whore comes out, oh, this whore, she wants to do that. It's only because she died that anybody even thinks to say anything about it. If she don't die and they just see her drunk and high, she become another whore that they talk about. And I'm saying whore on purpose because that's what we are turning our women into. Our women into whores. And we're not supposed to. You got the article?
View the video, some parts of the video that I won't get into to hamper this investigation, but that we all was wondering and wanted to know, did anybody pull her down there? Did anybody force her?
Now, the reason why he said what we all wanted to know, if anybody pull her down there, because they found her in the freezer. So now all the conspiracies come about who killed Kanika. Again, please.
Was anybody on the other side in that room with her when she got down there?
I was doing that on.
And the answer to that is no. She walked into that unsecured area that should have been secured with locks on there, where she couldn't get in there. Now, I've been inside the freezer down there, and upon looking at that freezer, you can open up that door, take a half step up, turn to your left, or the other door. This door would be closing anyway. The other door, probably when she got in there, that door closed on her too. And
you can stop dark. And she probably didn't, and she because she's in a drunken state, she probably didn't even realize till she closed. So you know, once the door is closed, she in there panicking until she dies. Nobody cares about our black women, these young black women, and these young black men, that they can now go in there. Read the rest of that scripture.
Such things. 3. I tell you, nay, ye shall all likewise perish.
We gonna all die like this. All of our daughters, I'm talking about the sisters now, because that's what this particular subject is about. But brothers too, we'll all suffer death like this without the law, statutes, and commandments. If you're getting drunk and high, more than likely you can die. Anybody that could give me a story where they was drunk and high, was able to make it home, and I'm pretty sure we all got one. Everybody got one. The Lord just winked at your ignorance. But make no mistake, if you got home safe, that wasn't a cue to say, I could do that again because I got home safe this time. Woo. And here's what we always do. You ever had that drunk night? You got so drunk, you wake up like, damn, I'm thanking the Lord in your drunkenness. Like, I ain't gonna drink no more, I ain't gonna do none of that. But once you get over it, you do the same exact thing again. Nobody's gonna learn the real lesson. Read that last part when it said repent.
But except ye repent, ye shall all likewise perish.
Now, nobody's gonna learn that lesson. All this, if we don't repent, Kanika Johnson about to run rabbits, and she already is running rabbits. It's up to us. Give me Ecclesiastes 42 and 11, please. I want to, but give me also Ecclesiastes 7 and 23. We can now in these times let our children raise. Chaataza, can you check? Keep cutting to the auto. That's right. Like we have a problem. We can't raise our children in this time, and so we look at that story and we blame it on. Initially, it was blaming it on her friends. The one person that we wasn't. 7 and 23. Ecclesiastes 41 and 11, I believe. The problem is we don't stay focused, and slacking for the interruption. The problem is we don't stay, because we don't look at her going out to party as the problem. We look at when a problem occurs because she's partying as the problem. So we were so focused on, when I'm saying we, I'm not talking about myself, because I was not. Me and my real was, we had all different. Number one, we never believed that they killed her. Never believed. I watched that video and I was mad that I watched it. I'm hearing that. I ain't hearing nobody saying help me, none of that. And they analyzing the whole damn tape. They went, oh, you see they played the music right now? They covering up her voice because they choking her out. They choking her out right here. That's why she's saying, please help me. Everybody's trying to decipher how she got killed. Instead of deciphering, why would you have your 19-year-old daughter in a goddamn hotel room getting drunk and high with a bunch of men? It's a wonder that that's all that happened. Right. Because we hear about all the rape stories, all the beatings if you don't give up the box. We hear about all the problems that come with this type of lifestyle, and nobody's addressing that issue. Black people, when I say black, I'm talking about my Hispanic brothers too. We're the most social people on the planet, but we don't want to follow basic instructions. You got Ecclesiastes 7?
Ecclesiastes 7:23.
Mm-hmm.
Art thou children?
No, 7 and 21. I think I want.
Chapter 7, verse 21.
I'm sorry. You was right. I'm sorry. 23. I'm sorry. You was right.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 23. Art thou children? And bow down their neck from their youth.
The Lord said, if you have children, instruct them. That's what's missing when you think about blacks and Hispanics. When you think about our children are allowed to run rampant. The white man already tell you can't raise your kids, or they're gonna take the kids away from you. You can't they can't discipline your kids. But the Lord said, "Hast thou children, instruct them, and bow down their necks from their youth." What does that mean, to bow down their necks from their youth? Don't spoil that kid. The word spoil, first of all, don't spoil a kid or a woman for that matter. The word spoil, destroy. When the nations say we spoiled them, it's talking about how they ravaged them, how they robbed them, how they polluted them. So when you spoil your kid, instead of bowing down, meaning have your hand on their neck, not even in the literal sense, but when they make a mistake, correct them. Chastise your children. Teach them the instructions from their youth. Because what I realized, like sponges in the sense of they soak up everything. You don't believe me? Give your 3-year-old kid a smartphone. I guarantee you they'll work that smartphone better than you. Straight up. Because they're sponges, so they're curious. So they're curious. They're going to move around. They'll know how to get to the games, play the games. They do all of that. Now, if they can work a goddamn smartphone, they can take all of the instructions that you're supposed to give them. Keep going. Have thou what? Let me tell you something, man. Daughters is the boy. When it comes to raising daughters is probably the most, for a man, the most touchiest thing to do. Because as a daughter, when you got a son, you looking forward to the day you send your son out there, like you're gonna instruct him. You're going to provoke him. But you know, as a man, when he gets older, he'll be able to fend for himself. As opposed to a daughter preparing her to be protected. Like, in reality, you would want to be able to set up, am I coming through all right? Can y'all make sure we coming through all right? Somebody? As a daughter, you would want to make sure, as a daughter, you would want to make sure, as a father, sure that your daughter is protected under your guidance, under whatever guidance of man that she gives. That guidance, without that instruction, she's vulnerable to whatever's out there. Hanging around, you for sure don't want her hanging around a bunch of strangers or a bunch of men, because men will force. Men will do all kind of things to take advantage of your daughter. And that's why it says, hast thou daughters, keep going.
Have a care of their body.
Have what?
Have a care of their body.
It says, have a care of their body. This is what does not take place amongst black men, black fathers, with their daughters. We don't have that care of that body like we're supposed to. What does it mean when it says have a care of their body? An adult is childish. A woman as a child, a daughter as a child is worse. She's not thinking, so you have to raise her properly. You have to raise her accordingly, and you have to have a care for her body that she would not have without your instruction.
And show not thyself cheerful toward them.
What does it mean, show thyself not cheerful towards them? When you got the child, you can't be nice to the child, or speak to the child, or laugh with the child. What it means is when they do a lot of silliness, don't laugh at it. When they do a lot of that goofiness, like you look at your child and the first thing you think about is, I don't want her to be silly and get seduced by a man. I know, like for me, like once again, my oldest daughter, I talk to her in a manner to where I pray she don't get seduced. like no silly man. I don't talk to her with full of game and nothing like that. I try to teach her to avoid it. And Lord willing, I will marry her off. That daughter, my oldest, as well as my other ones that come after, they listen to me and I will marry them off. That's what every man wants, especially a brother of the truth. You're the truth. You want to marry your daughter off. Now, the only way you can do that is if you keep a watchful eye over her. Keep going.
Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter.
It says, marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weightier. You can marry your daughter off. In reality, your daughter is supposed to have one husband. It's damn near like a changing of the guard. I own my daughter now. I present her to you. You keep her for the rest of her life. That's how it's supposed to go. Some daughters want to be rebellious and do what they want to do. Or the father. Kanika is Kanika in Jersey, Kanika in New York, Kanika in Dallas, Kanika in Florida, Kanika in California. Kanika exists in in Chicago. It'll be another Kanika this week, another Kanika next week. You know why? Because we don't want to diagnose the real problem amongst Black people, and that's raising our children. We don't want to raise our children. We want to let TV raise our children. We want to let everything raise our children so that we can let Facebook raise us too. So that we can let social media raise us too. So that we can let Hollywood housewives and all that other nonsense that to raise us instead of letting the Lord raise us. We're supposed to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. That's what we're supposed to follow. And because we're not following the law, statutes, and commandments, that's why we're destroyed as a nation. Give me the other one I asked for in Ecclesiasticus. Israel statute. That it's picking up. So we don't need a different mic other than this one. Ecclesiasticus 42 and 11.
Ecclesiastes 42 and 11.
Read the verse above that.
42 and 10. In her virginity,
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. Give me 42 and 9.
Ecclesiastes 42 and 9. The father waketh for the daughter when no man knoweth.
The scriptures say the father waketh for the daughter. What does that mean when it says when no man knoweth? The no man knoweth is like you looking at your daughter, concerned and want to make sure that everything works out and stays the same with her. You're like, I hope she don't get, I hope this doesn't happen to her. I hope that doesn't happen to her. That's what it says when no man knoweth. Keep going.
And the care for her taketh away sleep.
And the care for her taketh away sleep. Because what else is the father doing? The father is also raising that daughter. So he may be up in the middle of the night, raising her physically, feeding her, clothing her, etc. But he's also doing other stuff. Hold on one second. Hello? Hey, Shalom, you want something to say on the radio? You trying to talk on the radio or you trying to talk to me? Yeah. We started a new time, so I'm on live right now. When I get done. All right, Shalom, Salakia. Keep reading.
When she is young, lest she pass away the flower of her age. Lest she should be hated.
It says, and when she is young, lest she pass the flower of her age, meaning you doing all this preparation, raising your daughter up, pass her off, pass the flower of her age. Now she's getting ready for marriage. So as she's getting ready for marriage, You don't want her to get a reputation that's unbecoming of a what you would consider a good daughter or a good wife. Keep going. I'm sorry, read verse 11.
Keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter.
Do what?
Over a shameless daughter.
The Lord said, keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter. Amongst the daughters of Israel today. Amongst blacks and Hispanics, I see a bunch of shameless, and we're shameless too. Because the whole time, I don't know nobody that was saying she ain't had no business being in that damn hotel. I ain't hear nobody say that. She ain't had no business being in that hotel. This is what happens when you live this lifestyle. You can die. Every black man and black woman, when you go hang out and get drunk and high, that's the day that you can die. That's the day that the Lord had a little bit mercy on you than he should have. Because you should have died because you're sinning against the Most High. Now it says, keep sure watch over a shameless daughter. Keep going.
Lest she make thee a laughing stock to thine enemy.
And it said, lest she make thee a laughing stock to thine enemy, because who would laugh? You ever see, like, y'all may not notice today, you new age people, when I came up, if a daughter was a whore, she was not only the laughing stock of the block, she was ashamed to her father. A father did not want to raise a whore. That's not what he wanted to raise. He wanted to raise a righteous daughter, but a shameless daughter, sure watch over that type of woman. All right, I didn't know if you want to say anything on it, Chaataza. All right, so I want to move on to the next story. We're going to do spelling. Boy, man, anybody that don't know, you got the article out? The spelling article? Break. All right, so we're going to take a break. We'll be back on live. You on live with Israelite Vibes.
Any man give his life for Yahweh Mashiach in Christ and fall up under that U.P.K banner is my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary. It's all about that warfare, boy. Back up, get back up, it's all about that warfare, boy. Take grip. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down. Take grip. My soldiers take grip till I'm stand down. Take. Ain't no movement, this a takedown. We will not be moved or intimidated. We ain't the type. You got a problem, tell them cross the fucking line. My niggas ain't polite. Soldiers to the left and right. I die for every man body. Before I be a coward, I'd rather be a dead body. This will be my kingdom when the hour plays. You can either get with it or get flipped like an hourglass. We live by honor and no excuse. Just sit the prayer up to the Lord. I told him, then let all the terrorists loose. Hold your tongue or get rebuked, cause you made a truce. With a race that made merchandise out of my abuse. Scared of who? You got your gun, then pull it. Me and my niggas start to argue, it's about who gon' bite the bullet. It gon' take a just better move slow. Attack the cool zone. It's all about that warfare, boy. Back up, it's all about that warfare, boy. Take grip. My soldiers take till I'm stand down. Take grip. My soldiers till I'm stand down. Thought you could cross us. We know you will. Didn't use your common sense. My seal lit. That means you could never prevail. Hey, with a true sin. Hey, with warriors dwell. Be wise with the weapons, cause I promise. My nine just like my wife. She concealed, she modest. I know two things. A robber will not prosper. And any man harm me and my aunt gon' meet the doctor. Cause this life is warfare. It's not an easy walk. Been watching my people die so you can miss me with that love talk. My U.P.K soldiers, any man try to cross your path, make him regret it. What that mean? about some having fun. Go to grip, 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 go to grip. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give grip, give grip, give grip, back up, give grip, give grip, give grip, back up, give grip, give grip. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take grip, 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 take grip. My soldiers take grip till them stand down. Take grip, take grip, take grip, take grip, take grip, take grip, take grip. My soldiers till them.
Shalom, what's going on, man? What's going on now? Man, you know, how you coming to truth? Wake up, I gotta hear your story, man. A little something like this, you know what I mean?
Blinded by lies and fairy tales. I couldn't see, I couldn't tell. Open your eyes, man. My mom was locked up in for Christianity. Islam is all insanity. Now I found the man in me. I.S.U.P.K. home of my family, and I gotta be a priest and a prophet first. Secondly, lyrically the MC with my staff, like Moses parting the sea. We got guns for wars and roses for white feet. Don't give a fuck me. Read the truth, giving sight to the blind. See from the hell that we living in. Job turkey, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving, man. Ladies and ghetto men, blacks, Hispanics, natives. Truth is, we not Americans.
Damn, man. Nah, yeah, I see where you're coming from, man. Yeah, that's some real stuff right there. I understand that.
Yeah, man, no doubt. But yo, Shalom, now that you see, I'm saying it's not a game. I.S.U.P.K, home of the truth. At Camp or the Booth, my brother, tell me what you've been through. Now that you can see on the wake up, tell them how it be.
Yeah, that's no problem at all, man. No, sticking on my mind for a long time anyway. Let me explain to you how it went down with me. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long path, man. Long road, but here it go. I came a long way from thieving, getting high and fiending, planning, plotting, and scheming, flipping for any reason, living like a heathen, possessed by the demons. I didn't want to leave them, I only wanted to defeat them. Voices in my head speaking, they had me screaming, contemplating on different ways that in my breathing. Fast lane, I was speeding, and started seeing this U.P.K soldiers on the corner they was teaching. The white man is the devil for his crimes, I believe him. The real Jews is black, the thoughts so relieving. Changing my ways, I could see my fam peeping. They say I'm going crazy, but there's no way I'm leaving. I'm fighting for my crown to go, my king, I'ma please him. Anything other than that is straight treason. I go hard like I drunk a 40 ounce of cement. Throwing in my side, but I'm riding like a Prius. Yeah, man, that's my story, man. That's basically how it went. I mean, nothing more, nothing less.
Hey, yo, man, that's exactly the truth right there, man. We done let them know what time it is. You know what I mean? And you gave them one to grow on, so yo, man, so on and so on, man.
Yeah, man, the fight continues, man. Gotta do it for the people, that's it, man.
You know what I mean? And we can't stop, man. Most high Christ.
Yeah, man, you know how it go, man. You can't train us to do this. That's what we do. It's your job, man.
Word up, man. We came in as troopers, now we officers, man. We gotta keep going, man.
The fight continues now forever. Now our whole post back up will get choked.
I'm on the mic, going over keynotes, clearing my throat.
Blaze it up, I make the mic smoke.
Damn right, when it's all said and done, it's all she wrote.
U.P.K style, anything else is a joke.
They like comedians, entertaining the folks.
It ain't nothing funny, our people ODing on dope.
Pills and coke, don't forget that we smoke.
Gotta save like they can't swim and fill up a boat.
That life preserver, that be the laws of the most.
The white man is the devil, better watch his. Shalom, what's going on, man?
What's going on, man, Adwan?
Yeah, it's been a long time, man. Yo,
a long time coming, you know what I mean?
Yeah, long time coming. Answer the question, man.
Yeah.
How you coming to the truth? You know what I'm saying? What made you wake up? You know what I'm saying? What made you see? You know what I mean? I gotta hear your story, man. You know what I mean?
Well, something like this, you know what I mean? Word. Blinded by lies and fairy tales. I couldn't see, I couldn't tell. Open your eyes, man. My mom was locked up in Esau's world. Taught Christianity. Islam is all insanity. Now I found the man in me. I.S.U.P.K, home of my family. And I gotta be a priest and a prophet first. Secondly, lyrically the MC with my
staff, like Moses parting the sea. We got guns for boards and roses for white feet. Don't give a fuck, they don't like me. We the truth, giving sight to the blind, see, from the hell that we living in. Job turkey, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving, man. Ladies and ghetto men, blacks, Hispanics, natives. Truth is, we not Americans.
Yeah, man. I see where you're coming from, man. Yeah, that's some real stuff right there. I understand that.
Yeah, man, no doubt. But yo, Shabbat, now that you see, I'm saying it's not a game. I.S.U.P.K, home of the truth, at camp or the booth. My brother, tell me what you been see on the wake up and tell them how it be.
Yeah, that's no problem at all, man. No, it's been on my mind for a long time anyway. Let me explain to you how it went down with me. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long path, man. Long road, man. Here it go. I came a long way from thieving, getting high and fiending, planning, plotting, and scheming, flipping for any reason, living like a heathen, possessed by the demons. I didn't want to leave them, I only wanted to defeat them. Voices in my head speaking, they had me screaming, contemplating on different ways that in my breathing. Fast lane, I was speeding, then started seeing this U.P.K soldiers on the corner they was teaching. The white man is the devil for his crimes, I believed them. The real Jews is black, the thoughts so relieving. Changing my ways, I could see my fan peeping. They say I'm going crazy, but there's no way I'm leaving. I'm fighting for my crown to gold, my king, I'ma please him. Anything other than that is straight treason. I go hard like I drink a 40 ounce of semen. Throwing in my side, but I'm riding like a Prius. Yeah, man, that's my story, man. That's basically how it went, man. Nothing more, nothing less.
Hey, yo, man, that's exactly the truth right there, man. We done let them know what time it is. You know what I mean? And gave them one to grow on, so yo, man, so on and so on, man.
Yeah, man, the fight continues, man. Gotta do it for the people, that's it, man.
You know what I mean? And we can't stop, man. Most high in Christ.
Yeah, man, you know how it go, man. You can't train us to do this. That's what we do. It's your job, man.
Word up, man. We came in as troopers, now we officers, man. We gotta keep going, man.
The fight continue now forever.
Now my whole coach back up will get choked. I'm on the mic, going over keynotes, clearing my throat. Blaze it up, I make the mic smoke. Damn right, when it's all said and done, it's all she wrote.
U.P.K style, anything else is a joke.
They like comedians, entertaining the folks.
It ain't nothing funny, our people ODing on dope.
Pills and coke, don't forget that we smoke.
Gotta save like they can't swim and fill up a boat.
That life preserver, that be the laws of the most.
The white man is the devil, better watch his approach.
Devil means deceiver, don't believe what he spoke.
Taking all the money, leaving grandma broke.
Pictures of I.S.U.P.K, giving them hope.
I'm glad I woke up and I ain't fall for the hopes.
Most high in Christ, it could have been us both.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Bro, yo.
I forgot it ends like that. You put the mic.
Yeah, I think so. Yo.
You put the mics back on. Yeah. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah. I can hear myself now. We back. You got anything you want to say?
White man is the devil. Pay your tithes.
That's
you
right.
understand that? And then listen. Building.
Yeah.
You dig. It's something like it's been a long time coming. I love this place. This place is home. Y'all need to come through. We got classes. We out here teaching. And what do they like to say? Edifying the people.
That's what them blacks like to say, man. Edifying the people, man.
The edification of
I seen them cats spending all day talking about language. We ain't FCC regulated. Right. Like they don't know how to talk, man. Like talking gonna free you, man. Shut up. But yeah, man, we back, man. We want to talk about again. If y'all want to hit us up, the call-in number is 646-481-6315. That's 646-481-6315, man. Y'all hit us up live. We take all your questions, all your comments, man. We're gonna get it in. The address is 2279 3rd Avenue. Man, we got Hebrew classes.
Yep.
Tomorrow we got classes every Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Sabbath service. We might play that song again, man. That sucker hot, man. Big up the Shalayala Yakazayala.
Isn't that cool?
No, that's Shalayala.
Nah.
Yeah,
that was Kowal.
Nah, dead ass.
Get out of here.
Yeah, Kowal put me onto that, man. Outside of U.P.K, the only music I listen to is URL battle rap. So that's
a fact.
Yeah. I don't listen to nobody else. How done y'all say we not affiliated? Israelite group, and they're the reason why. Now let me stop. You got a Spelman College story? This article we're gonna get into now, man. When you pull it up, just please read that top title for me, please.
Spelman College becomes second women's.
Professional as hell. Go ahead. You do, yo. You sound Spelman College.
It was.
No, we're good.
Spelman College becomes second women's only HBCU to admit transgender students.
Transgender student. For those that don't know, Spelman College, all the brothers wanted to go to because you knew it wasn't nothing but women on that campus. Now I don't know if the brothers will go to that college no more. You don't know what you gonna get. You don't know what you're gonna get now at Spelman College, man. Like this world that we living in right now, upside down place. It's damn near like opposite day every day. Who you got Isaiah 29:16? Read that.
I was talking to the brothers like the other day when the hurricanes was going on. I forgot who the hell I was talking to, right? But they were like, man, they're like, storm without talking about like, you know what I'm saying, like some homosexual nonsense. I'm like, what you talking about? I'm like, they're like, yeah, I seen something like scroll across the screen saying TS this or something like that, thinking it meant transsexual. So I'm like, storm? You know what I mean? I'm like, I guess you're right.
Yeah, you might be a little crazy.
I missed the days when he was in the world. I was like, I missed the days when TS just meant tropical storm. Like, you know what I mean?
But what's bugged out about that, man, is that that's really how much transgender homosexuality is taking place. Like everything, every abbreviation you looking at, the pores is coming out the windows. You got the scripture? Read that.
Isaiah 29:16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay.
That's America. Like that's this life. Like Spelman, who would not let a straight man go to the college, and that would shave his balls off or cut his rod off and let him go. Like that's a world that's upside down, and then that's esteemed. Clay, what does that mean, esteemed as the potter's clay? The potter is the most high, the clay is us. And he fashioned us in a certain way to where you see a man with a rod, he should be looking for a box to put that rod in. Right. You see a woman with a box, she'd be looking for one rod to put that, to fulfill that box. That's how it's supposed to go. So here you have a Spelman College, which agree with an all-woman college, first of all, because 50% of the women probably gay as hell on the college. All you're doing is breeding lesbianism. You understand? So now you won't let the man come on there, but you'll let transgender women come on there. And it says it's esteemed as the potter's clay. Like that's about to become the norm, where they're going to remove men. And the biggest part about it is this is a black woman's college. Already dividing the black man from the black woman. Now they're further dividing them by bringing that homosexual, aka the black woman's best friend, acting like that homo is their best friend, right. Not even realizing that that homo is looking to replace her. Right. You talking to me?
No,
Yo, I got a hot article. I'll send you the link. I got you covered. This one here, that's hot right there. I got you covered. They look like be forgetting that the homosexual think he's a woman. Thinking he's a woman, he think his ass is better than your box. And he emulates you to replace you. But you'll look at him as your best friend. Y'all better look at the attack that's being done to the black man. And it says, like the article says, the institution will become the second exclusively for women historically black college. This is what you call an HBCU location. Historical black college is now becoming the second college that will take a man that thinks he's a woman and allow them to come in there. And it says like same-sex colleges all over the country, Spelman is taking into account evolving definitions of gender identity into a changing world and taking steps to ensure that the policies and plans reflects those changes. What's an evolving definition? Let's go with evolution, right? Because that's evolving. Evolution is kind of the same, right? Even if you was to go with an evolution standpoint, for something from an evolution standpoint, it's something that will gradually change over time on its own. Not a man going to get surgery to get his rod cut off and sponge it out to make it into a box or something. I would not change by going into that, because I don't go. Listen, I've taught against homosexuality quite a few times. I do not go into that dichotomy of it. Evolving. That's society saying that a man can be a woman if he wants to, a woman can be a man if she wants to. And that's against God. Give me Romans, the 1st chapter, please. 1 and 24. Who turned the Most High, the word of the Lord, from a truth into a lie? Give me that one, please. And someone else give me Revelations 11 and 8. Please, Baba Kashaw. And 24. I want 23, I believe. Good. Y'all gonna get this 3.
Romans 1 and 25. Who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie?
Into a what?
Lie.
These are all Christian organizations they go to. Y'all know that, right? That's a Christian college, about as Christian as you can be. And let me tell you what synonymous with Christian is. What's synonymous with Christians is homosexuality. Hand. That's why they're so eager to accept it. But they will not accept a man. But they'll accept a transgender. It says, who changed the truth of God into a lie? Keep reading.
And worship and serve the creature. Creator.
That's why I pulled Isaiah 29 and 16 first. Of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. Who turned it upside down? The creature did. We are the ones that come around here, and the Lord, with his infinite wisdom, gave us rules and statutes and laws. Like I brought out earlier in class today, Baruch, the 4th chapter says, here is the book of the commandments. All they that keep them shall come to life. Them shall die. That's why Kanika died. That's why Kanika will die next week and the week after. That's why we'll be #1 in AIDS in no time. Excuse me. We're already #1 in AIDS. I'm sorry. Is #1 in AIDS. We're #1 in AIDS, and we're #1 in all these different things because we decide to hate the Most High. To hate the Most High is why we die. Keep going.
Who is blessed forever.
And the Most High is blessed. Like the Creator is supposed to be blessed forever, but instead we curse the Most High. Spelman College, you black women or you black men that support transgender, you curse the Most High every time you do that. Keep going.
26. For this cause, the Most High gave the
Arius Judah said you got to pretend to be a woman and go. Go ahead, read the next verse. I'm sorry, Salaki.
The Most High gave them up unto vile affection.
It said, no. The women. Verse 26. I'm sorry, yeah, you were right. I'm sorry, Salaki.
The Most High gave them up unto vile affection.
What is that vile affection? #1, to be a homosexual is a vile affection. What else comes with that vile affection? That AIDS I was talking about earlier, that HIV that I was talking about earlier. Keep going.
Their women did change the natural use into that which is against
because
nature.
Women, it's damn near like nowadays, it's like, and them same thing in them colleges, which I don't know what man, my daughter, and make you feel short if you ain't had a lesbian experience today.
Right.
If you ain't had a lesbian, if we was talking about earlier in class when we was talking about Adam and Eve being naked and not ashamed, them women make you feel short if you ain't had a lesbian experience over there. If you ain't had a lesbian experience, they make you feel like you short in the game. You're supposed to feel short in the game. And Straight Again Part 2. I be trying to run. I don't know how I got to be designated as the cat to be the champion against homosexuality. It is, I don't understand the pain, and I gotta put Chaataza in there, and the pain we go through. These subjects, the stuff we gotta look up, the information we gotta see. It was Bob when we did that no homo lecture. He didn't want to look at. Like, I couldn't come to him about nothing. He didn't want to help me no more. He didn't want to do nothing with me no more. He said, I need a break, Cap, because you've been giving me hell with this subject. Because we were studying that, what, about 2 months?
It's the overload on gayness.
Yeah, man. And I had to have a piece of good video. So now he got a, this was when we had to watch Empire. Like, I only watched Empire as so research because the Empire was a part of it. So we looking up Empire. You looking up the rappers. I don't know where Chaataza found that Will Smith scene in what's that gay movie Will Smith played in? Separation. Chaataza found that. It was disgusting. And then I had to do the child molestation one with Poppy in him. Then I went and made Atlanta Straight Again. This seems to be like this agenda is so strong. Hold what you read. Who got Revelations 11 and 8 where it said their city shall be? Is this said Sodom and Gomorrah in that verse? Read that for me, please.
Chapter 11. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
It says their bodies, great city. Man, y'all need to pay close attention, man. Like I was saying earlier, how they talking about this debate between the most egotistical man I know. That Jabari cat, I don't know if y'all know who that is, but that cat is an asshole.
He a pastor.
And he a pastor, he's a Christian, and then he got the child molester Europe, and all they could talk about is language. That because that's all their culture can offer. That culture that they call Egypt, that culture that they call Nubian, which we destroyed them all, is like some language, a hat, maybe a symbol or something like that. But they can't offer the one thing that the Bible can offer: law, statute, commandments, an understanding of 2017. That Bible will have an understanding of 3017 if Christ ain't returned by then. That's the one thing they can't offer. And the first thing it said was, their dead bodies shall lie in the streets. In a goddamn freezer. It'll lie in a goddamn freezer. When you want to run around and get drunk and get high, your body can lie in a freezer too. But it's our bodies that lie dead in the street. Keep going.
Spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
You see what the Lord called America? You don't find the word America all throughout the Bible. You know, they say, well, where's America at in the Bible? You don't find that. Just like you don't find black people in the Bible. People, you don't see them described as black people. They're described as, you ain't gonna find you ain't gonna find Mexican, you ain't gonna find Puerto Rican, you ain't gonna find none of these, but you will find the characteristics of them people where they are today. And it said in that place, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, that's spiritually synonymous with slavery, synonymous with homosexuality, and that's America. And let me add one more. Egypt, please. Lord, I hate Egypt so much. It's saying spiritually called Egypt. It ain't just the slavery. Egypt was allowed to be great because we were there. That language that they, like Chaataza right now, Chaataza is going through this article right now. That language that they claim oldest language, that language ain't the oldest. Hebrew is the oldest. That's right, I said it. Hebrew is the oldest language that you can find. And we're pulling up, we have the articles we're looking at right now. So how did Egypt get great? They got great first by an Israelite, Pharaoh, about a goddamn a famine that was coming. Stock up on food, and they became a trade market. Food and everything would come to them, and then they was allowed to be great because we was there. Men's taking care of their children, building their treasure cities. That's what the scriptures say.
Yo, and these articles is but we got bigger things to talk about than just language.
Right. And that's my point. Like, so like they'll waste all that time with that, but they can't show you in all that language that they say Egypt got, what can take care of us today, fix us today. Islam don't have the answer. That's why Farrakhan said, my Jesus.
Not my Jesus.
Not my Jesus.
My Redeemer.
My Redeemer
liveth.
Listen, all of them turned pastor. Like, what's the brother said Jesus to? Them other Muslim cats with the bald head. They learned Jesus was black from us. Khalid Muhammad. Even when he did it, he wanted to sound like a pastor too. I'm talking about Jesus, the deliverer, the Messiah. Everybody want to turn Christian. Everybody. Being who we were made to be of Israel. You got cats want to be African. Why would I want to be African, called African, sound African, speak African, stench of African? Why would I want to do any of that? To separate ourselves from everyone. If you come into the truth as an Israelite, never allow yourself to be called anything but purpose. Unless, of course, you're going into a court or getting arrested and then you want to pull what your citizenship is. But to say we anything other than Israelites is an abomination. We allow ourselves to be acclimated to America, to Africa, to the East Indians, and we adopt their customs. You know where it lead us all back to? The white man. Because all of those nations serve the white man, all of them. Africans love white people more than they love black people, straight up. When they come over here to America, they don't talk shit to the African. They talk shit to the black people.
You know what I want to know too, and which one of y'all that love African people so much have checked Africans on the fact that they got a byword for African Americans?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What is it, kata?
Kata.
You know what I'm saying? Meaning cotton picker. I want to distinguish their ancestors from your ancestors, saying we never picked cotton.
Distinguishing themselves to the white man. They're letting the white man know that these people are not us. The Africans getting shot dead on the street. You don't see Africans getting policed cars. You don't see their women and children getting raped over here in America. You don't see them being the victims that we are. You know what else you don't see from Africans? You don't see them marching with us. When they be out there in Baltimore and DC and New York and all that, it ain't the Africans there. You know who be there with us? The Latino brothers. Hating on my Mexican, my Dominican, my Puerto Rican. That's who be with us when we're out there. Same thing. Y'all go up in that Islam. There's two type of oils you can sell in Islam. Y'all know that? Y'all know the two oils you can sell in Islam? Sell.
The smell good one and the other one.
Right, with the smell goods. What's the other oil? The oil that they sell to the white man. The white, like, you know, crude oil is what I'm talking about. Oh, crude oil, same damn thing. Cut me up. Let me tell you something. The Arabs will sell crude oil all day to America. You talk about you a Muslim, he got that $5 bottle. And what be bugging me out, you ever see the ones that get gangster with it? They got the gangster sell because they have the oil in the strap. Like you ever see, you know, like you ever see shotguns? How they have it wrapped around. So you know they put the oils in there, wrap around like that. So now they a killer Arab oil seller. Like it just mind boggles me, man. How we can allow ourselves to get caught up in philosophies of all these different cultures to where Spelman College, which is supposed to be, I didn't click that one, which is supposed to be an all black women's school, will now let homosexuals up in there. to Romans. Yeah, don't ever close it. Give me back to Romans. No sweat. Give me back to Romans. 1 and 27.
27. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman.
Leaving the natural use of a woman, Chaataza. The natural use of a woman.
It's like I'm in history mode.
I see. The natural use of a woman is to lay hold, not like GMS though.
That's right.
GMS see lay hold. Yeah, hey, sidebar. Oh, whatever means rape. Just ask him in Isaiah 4:1, 7 women shall lay hold on one man. Is they about to rape that man too?
Right.
Because it says lay hold. So the natural use of a woman, the natural use of a man to a woman is to marry that woman. Woman is to be with that woman, is to care with that woman. But instead, I'm not gonna this one. Instead, they want to be homosexual. if they ever got me on camera saying we with that, boy, I have a whole lot of
Chop that.
Hell yeah, they chopped the hell out of that, man. Natural use. Keep reading.
The natural use of a woman, burned in their lust, one towards another. Men with men.
Men with men.
Which is
unseemly. That is, I never thought that when I was coming up, man, that was like something I never thought I would ever have to deal with. I thought I would have to deal with homosexual, as rampant as it is, man.
Like even when I was growing up, they were still in the closet.
And Chaataza only 12.
You know what I'm saying? So, like now to see how flamboyant, because this is what really bugs me out. Like back in the day, like they get their ass whooped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, proud.
Yeah, well, you can have guys like Young Jock in a damn dress.
right.
Young Jock, who I didn't even know he was still popular, but
I didn't know either.
I didn't know he was still popular. And you know what?
That's why he put the dress on.
That's why he put the dress on.
He put
the dress on so he could be popular. And let me tell you something. That's what America tells black men now. That if you want to be popular, what did Farrakhan say about Medea? What did Farrakhan say about Medea, about you?
Yeah, no problem with Tyler putting on the dress.
He said something worse than that. Worse than that. She said that Medea represents the most important person in our sojourn in America.
Right.
Woman. Do you know what that means for Farrakhan to say that this transgender homosexual dude represents the most important thing? Do you know what he's saying? Can't.
Right.
That it takes a man to pretend to be a woman to be the one to represent the black woman.
And he called it a sojourn, like this was such a a voyage that we wanted to take.
Yeah, our leadership. That's why it's so rampant. Like because I said, they used to get beat up when they was younger. Now they walk with such boldness. It's because Farrakhan endorses it.
Right.
Your Christian leaders endorse it.
Right.
Your media endorse it. Spelman College is telling black men to be homosexual. Now let me come out and say I want 9 wives. Let Chaataza say he want 13. Your lightning be done struck down. There'll be a riot outside. Shit, let Chaataza say he want 2 wives. I say, man, you see them 3 broads, I want all 3 of them. Say that it's a travesty. But let 2 boys come down, walk down the street holding hands. Oh, that's a norm.
That's fine.
That's a norm.
But like you say, but if we want multiple women, like what, like like, so that's where like the heart wants what the heart wants stops. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Like you can have anything on the, you can have anything you want, except more than one wife.
I was born that way. You know what I mean? Like, why can't I have the capacity to love more than one
Right.
woman?
But you can have the capacity to take it up your behind. That's normal.
Right.
That's supposed to be normal. And it's because of our leaders stuff like this. Give me 1 Corinthians, that was funny as hell. Give me 1 Corinthians 5 and 9, please. You got it?
I'm about to say, but Bruce Jenner could be woman of the year.
Yeah, Bruce Jenner could be woman of the year.
Crazy.
See, it's hard for me to take up for Serena.
I know now.
Like,
Yeah,
I want to take up for Serena, but that's a devil she done gave birth to.
Right.
And let me tell you how ass backward. I'm gonna tell you how ass backward that is. Y'all know she named her daughter a junior.
What?
She named her daughter after the husband, which ain't uncommon to the same name, but like a female version. It's like Alexis something Junior.
My head hurts.
Y'all hear what I said? Got this devil. They give birth to a child, and she named her child Alexis Olympia. Her name is Junior. That is diabolical. Now they put their masculine spirit on her from birth. I've never heard of a woman having Junior.
Right.
Got to be a son, because then you might want a third,
Right.
and you might want a fourth or fifth or some. Hand your name down, which that ain't unlawful to do. To have Tazaryach 1, Tazaryach 2, Tazaryach 3, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that if you want that.
Right.
But you can't have my daughter Kamar Junior. She can't be a junior. My other daughter, she can't. Like my kids, my daughters can't be juniors. That's insane. The devil probably said, "Yeah, that baby gonna be a junior." This a girl. I don't care. You got 1 Corinthians 5 and 9.
5 and 9 or something?
Mm-hmm. We're gonna take a break.
Don't know what to say.
5 and
about
9.
that. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna show you. Get it out.
1 Corinthians 5 and 9. I wrote unto you in an epistle, not to company with fornicators.
Not to do what?
Company with fornicators.
It said, I accompany you not to accompany with fornicators. Like a fornication is unlawful sex. You having sex with another man, that you can't even call that sex at all. That's not sex. That is bestiality.
Right.
That's what that is. That's some type of abomination. That is not sex, though. Forms of fornication. Keep going.
Yet not altogether with fornicators of this world, or with the covenants, or extortioners, or with idolaters. For then must ye needs go out of the world.
Hold on 1 second. Let's say hold on 1 second. Okay, no sweat. So we're gonna end it with that. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna come back. I believe we're gonna talk about Jamil Hill. He tweeted about Donald Trump being racist and caught all kinds of hell for that. We're gonna play 2 songs. And we'll be back. Thank you. You're on live with Israelite. you should have put the mics back on.
Yeah,
We'll be back. We coming. Just bear with us a second. Chaataza trying to get it together. I love Chaataza. When I seen Chaataza get raised up, it's probably one of my greatest days. When he got that captain, he didn't think it was coming.
It was a pretty good day.
Yeah, he didn't think that captain rank was coming.
But man, like, you know, that was a glorious Passover too.
I did like that Passover. I don't really remember much of the Passover because.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a true story. You might not believe it though.
Will do, Stacks.
The super producer.
This is about how all our righteousness is as filthy rags. Let's get it. Yo, back when I was living in the Sunshine State, dread swinging, blood hanging, walking back to my gate. I spent my last on a sack, a little something to eat. My nigga Mac pulled up like I just picked up some weight. Just come with me down to Miami, dog, and you'll be straight. So is you coming to what? We ain't got no time to waste. We scooped Mike and Vic, and then we started to skate. He driving slower than a turtle, scared to catch him a case. But we cruising down 95, and we gon' make it live. Gucci Mane, while we drive 4 hours, we arrive. Biscayne, switch lanes, looking for a spot. Turned on Lincoln, then we pulled into a parking lot. Headed to the beach, flirted with a couple thoughts. Hit the bar, then we poured up a couple shots. Came round for a music festival for the zombies. Rich kids come down and pop pills for a hobby. We ain't have a hotel, but catch us in the lobby. Looking for some white folks so we could push this molly. Started feeling like we're fucked and we ain't have no luck. Ain't have a book to get the car out the lot and we stuck. We all looking at each other while we laugh like this sucks. About 3 a.m. Mac and Vic had enough, so they headed to the Cherokee to take them a nap. I'm like, how you gonna sleep? We gotta move these packs. Matter of fact, dog, just hold up, I'ma be right back. And after that, about 3 hours of time elapsed. I popped up with about 3 Benjis, a fist full of dollars and a couple of 20s. Laughing like I told you, I'ma flip these pennies. Pulled out the lot and had breakfast at Denny's. Left the tip, had to dip and headed to the strip. We made a flip, it's coming quick and now we got it gripped. Working teams of twos, me and Mike, Mac, and Vic. The middle of my sail, my attention starts to shift when I seen 2 brothers rocking some weird clothes. It's 98 degrees and they dressing like weirdos. They ain't say shit. One just handed me a flyer with descriptions of a dark-skinned, woolly-haired Messiah, appearance of lightning and his eyes flame as fire. So I asked a few questions like, what's up with your attire? I'm thinking as it's sinking in, like where the fuck I'm fitting in. He said, this is Babylon, we're living in the land of sin. It's the seed of your father, not the color of your skin. Long as your daddy black, then we famine, we all king. He asked, you speak Spanish? I replied, Paquito. He pointed to Ephraim, next to Puerto Rico. Had a flashback like a quick dream, yo. My pop said Papito, we a Taino. But I was in the paper chase after that Pellegrino, so I went back to taking my gamble like a casino. So I went back to taking my gamble like a casino. See, what's crazy is like a seed was planted that day. You know what I'm saying? A seed, you know what I mean? Like, longer the story short, that ended up shaping my whole reality and my future. Cause I'm moving with the I.S.U.P.K strong right now and changed my life. They got me off drugs, showed me that there was a better way, turned me into a real man of the Lord. And I've been trying to push that forward. But like the cast in that story, like my man Mike, he doing 30 years right now because the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks about. Bro, I got letters I've been trying to send you. Letters. Wrote letters, like just, you understand, like straight telling my whole story about where I was, where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? We came a long way from chilling with cougars in a penthouse, sipping wine and eating cheese and crackers. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, like, while Vic and Mac was eating tuna tartar with some rich nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? So y'all out there, I need to get in touch with my man Mac. Darren, I haven't been able to hear from you, bro. Hit me up. You were supposed to send me his address. Let me know, bro. I'm trying to get in touch with my nigga Mike.
Cops killing niggas, man. Word up, man. Voting ain't gonna help us, man. Marching ain't gonna help us, man. Protesting ain't gonna help us, man.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me. Gray skies overhead, this isn't looking likely, but I try to do the right thing like Spike Lee, and I talk to God, the one and almighty. Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me. Yeah.
Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me.
Have mercy
Man,
on
this shit ain't
me.
no joke. Man, this shit ain't no joke. Like the boy cried wolf, I ain't blowing no smoke. You don't gotta look far to see it ain't no hope in this fucked up world. I'm just trying to stay afloat. I grew up in the ghetto in the middle of the streets. H-E-L-L, the belly of the beast. Thanksgiving came around, I wasn't having no feast when the landlord talking about breaking out lease. God damn. What's next? My girl broke up with your boy and she did it in a text that if I couldn't have nothing that I could have love besides love for the money and selling these drugs. Sometimes it seems like it's the only way out, but every day I'm getting older and it's getting played out. Can't end up in the pen trying to find a way out. Lord forgive me for my sins, for my heart gave out. My dad died, biggest loss I ever had to take. He a big part of the reason I'm the man I am today. And moving on was a move I wasn't trying to make, but I got sons now, so I gotta lead them not astray. And even though success is looking unlikely, I stay mighty and pray nightly and remain doing the right thing like Spike Lee, which is hard in this life for a nigga like me. All my life I had to fight like my name's Sophia. Always had heart and in my heart was no fear. Boy, I stayed in some trouble always stay near. When you black in America, that's all you cold here. I can't lie. Some days I want to break down and cry for me and my people that's fighting to stay alive. Cause living ain't living when you living to survive. Guess we living in hell till the heavens arrive. Nah, I mean,
What it's like for a nigga like me.
like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me. Gray skies overhead, this isn't looking likely, but I try to do the right thing like Spike Lee, and I talk to God, the one and almighty. Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me. Yeah.
Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me. What it's like in this life for a nigga like me. Every day I gotta fight my demons. Wake up, thank God I'm breathing. Cause all nightmares, America's dreaming. Trying to find a way to make it while surrounded by heathens. No stress long as I got a coat and I'm eating. I'm blessed and I know the most high's the reason. But my heart's bleeding through my sleeve is seeping. For all the things that I've been peeping. Type of shit make you say fucking and sleeping. Cause while you were sleeping during the evening, for brothers got gunned down over the weekend. Stretched out in the streets left leaking. Laid out white sheet moms grieving. All lives gotta have more meaning than another nigga dead in the paper I'm reading. Baby mama bitching every time that she's speaking. Talking like she gonna take the kids as she's leaving. How we go from kids to ending up in the deep end. Sink or swim, lose or win, sin or sin. Where does the change begin? And when does the bullshit end? Cause I wake up in the morning, gotta do it again. Go to sleep, go to work and just do it again. Damn. Can't pretend, cause when you stand out, it's hard to blend. And what I stand for, don't fold the bend. Cause I heard real folks still got too many friends. Cause when you speak the truth, then you tend to offend. So, while I'm gripping this pen, Lord, please have mercy on me. Amen.
It's time for my people to come together and rise up. The only way we gonna take our royalty back, man, is if we do just that, man. Take it back. Kwame Yashala, nigga. Time for us to rise out of our oppression. A wise man told me each one teach one. So I need you to reach out to your brothers and sisters and teach them, man. There's no reason we should still be getting hung from trees in this day and age, man. Lord, please have mercy on me.
Yeah. You already know we back live and direct. This is Israelite Vibes. You dig.
You underdig.
I thought I was gonna get checked for saying too many you digs tonight, but
you said it before?
I said it like 3.
Oh, no.
It's like it.
I ain't hear you.
Well, 10% of your increase in earnings goes to the men of the Lord. That is the I.S.U.P. Universal and Practical Knowledge. Since 1969, we've been holding it down. And there's a lot of things that we've been teaching, one of which is something that the world is just catching up to. You understand? And that's that all these presidents are white supremacists.
Right.
All these presidents have been bigots.
Right.
All these presidents do not care about black Latinos or Native Indians.
Get them.
Straight up and down.
Get them.
That's how it goes down. So what we got going on tonight is it Jamil Hill? Huh? Is it Jamili?
You want me to read that?
I'm playing. I'm joking, man.
I'm just asking if you want me to read it. That's all.
You want to read it?
I'm trying to help you out. No sweat. ESPN's Jamil Hill tweets after White House says she could be fired For anti-Trump remarks.
Anti-Trump remarks, but I guarantee you, what's that devil's name? That white broad.
You just had it on your thing.
Oh,
It should be
Kathy
Gifford.
Kathy
Or
Gifford.
Gillard. She the one that she the one had cut his head off, right?
She decapitated Trump in a skit, and nobody's trying to fire her. She's still on tour. She's still doing shows that got swept completely under the rugs. Just like there's a complete dividing line inside of America when it comes down to Black and Hispanics, and that's why, honestly, like, as much as I hate when our people go under oppression, I love when it happens to celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I love when our people get reminded that they're still niggas and spicks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because y'all forgot. Like, that white love made you hate black, like the tennis player who got his ass whooped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Oh, I didn't."
Oh, when he got ran down by the police, right?
I didn't know that you were one of the people. We thought you were just a regular.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Same thing. Like when it comes down to what's his name? LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? They sprayed racial slurs, like they left signs, like a breadcrumb trail of signs on the way to his house, like "nigger, go home," like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just like literally, like, this is a racist society. Got in office because of racism. Donald Trump.
Michael Bennett is a good one too. Michael Bennett is the football player for the Seattle Seahawks. They was in Vegas. This is like the day after the night of the fight that Mayweather fought. They heard gunshots go off. Everybody runs outside.
Oh, I heard about Kato and Khan.
They see the black dude. All of a sudden, because they see the black dude, they put the black dude on the ground, put the gun to his face, will kill you, shoot you, etc., like that. Only the black dude. It's amazing that they only found one dude that said he must be the one. Then it's when they see a football player, then they let him go.
Kato and Khan, and that's what makes it so ridiculous. And it's like same thing. Even if we were to draw that dividing line, like that devil, Serena Williams rival. You get what I'm saying? Like, since we're on the topic of Serena and all of that, using steroids. Nobody wanted to strip her of any of her awards, any of her trophies, any of her records. But let Serena Williams have done that. The media would have crucified her. They would have ripped everything away from her, everything that she worked hard for. You know what I'm saying? I mean, now, you know what I'm saying, it's null and void, you know what I'm saying, after she completely just crossed over to the other side. But the point still stands, like, and it just goes to show you that this is why we have to separate from this society. You know what I'm saying? Because on our own media outlets, it wouldn't even be a question if she would get fired, which is why we have our own media outlet right here. The white man is the devil.
God damn devil.
Is the devil. And the reason being is because he's a white supremacist.
Right.
The reason being is because he wants to oppress our people. The reason being is I mean, like, when we just break this down, when we really look at even the entire issue of what happened down in Virginia, and then Trump sided with them. You understand? He had to get forced to even really make a comment.
Right.
Because you understand, because you literally got the KKK in the White House right now.
Straight up and down.
So now this sister here, she and you know what really troubles me too? I've been seeing more and more women be vocal about this stuff in the media.
Instead of the men, right?
Instead of the men. You understand? And it's not to take away from the sisters. I'm glad someone's saying it. But, like, really, in essence, a man should be doing it. Like, how is it that a woman, that a sister, has more of a backbone than you? Because when I watch everyone else on CNN, whether it's Charles Barkley or that other coon, you know what I'm saying? They're downplaying Kaepernick. You get what I'm saying? Not only are they downplaying Kaepernick, but they're talking about why are they rioting. That's what Charles Barkley said. Why are they rioting over there in Baltimore, so on and so forth? Because they do not give a damn or have any love for our people because they're on ESPN. You understand? Because but because of the fact that they had NBA contracts and so on and so forth. So for this sister to have some backbone and stick up for her people, I hope that it catches on. Like, because so far the only one that you understand that actually had a pair to fight for our people was Kaepernick. Truth, you got what I'm saying? But it's got to be respected. In the sense of now, once again, like only to a certain level, because the UPK hasn't stood for ever. Since 1969, we haven't stood for the flag, for any national anthem. You understand? I say so. We only stand for the Rough Riders anthem. You understand? That's it.
Stood for that? No.
You understand? But and that's really what troubles me in all this, which is why moving towards us having our own media outlets and separating from America, separating from this place that can't stand the sight of us. Separating from this place. Yeah. But like, listen, do you think that they really give a damn if that sister was locked in a freezer or not? And what Cap said was so heavy, because it's going to continue like this until we repent. Continue like this until we start to prefer each other. It's going to continue like this until we unanimously say, well, he is a bigot. He is a racist. He is a white supremacist. And until we start counteracting that white supremacy.
That's right.
And we've been on the wrong end of it for too long. Too long because these false leaders.
That's right.
You understand? Why haven't we heard Al Sharpton say this? When has he called Trump a bigot, a racist, a white supremacist?
Right.
Why haven't we heard Jesse Jackson say this? This who everybody, you know what I'm saying, wants to cry to, wants to sing and hold hands with. Because Cornel West was too busy singing, what the hell were they singing? This Little Light of Mine, while white supremacists riot.
This little light of mine.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's where our leaders are. And you know what? This place, it shouldn't have even been Colin Kaepernick's place. It's not any athlete's place. It's the men of the I.S.U.P.K's place. You understand? And our people need to start rallying behind and supporting us, because we are the true leaders. You can't bank. Right. You can't bank on people that are so far removed from, I mean, even the culture that we're in America today. You understand? Like of being in the ghetto. Of being the like, you know what I'm saying? How are you going to talk to a man with a 6-figure salary when we can't even get employment? They're not going to understand. They can't relate anymore. They're so far away from the streets that the UPK has their banner on.
Do you know what Jamel Hill said? You hear what she said? Can I say it for you?
Please.
This is what Jamel Hill says. He said, Donald Trump is now this is a black woman. Black sports analyst, popular black show and everything. White supremacist who has largely surrounded himself with other white supremacists. The height of white privilege is being able to ignore his white supremacy, because if it's no threat to you, me.
Right.
This is everything she's saying. He has surrounded himself with white supremacists. No, they are not alt-right. And you want me to believe he isn't a white supremacist? No, the media doesn't make it a threat. It is a threat. White supremacists. See Charlottesville. How is it a false narrative? Did he hire and court white supremacists? Answer, yes. Donald Trump is a bigot. Vote with voting for him. I couldn't, because I cared about more than just myself. I hate a lot of the things, but not enough to jeopardize my fellow citizens. Bigoted, incompetent moron. But hey, they just me. I just wanted to run it down so you could grab it.
And that wasn't radical. That wasn't extreme. You understand? That was just an honest statement. You understand? Like I've heard worse from Bill O'Reilly about black and Hispanics. Hillary Clinton calling black children super predators.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Like I've heard worse from all of these other white politicians and so on and so forth. You read what you got.
Psalms 120:7.
Good.
I am for peace.
You understand?
Yeah.
Like, let me tell you something, man. This sister was for peace for her people.
Right.
You understand? What she wants is she wants to live in a nation where she doesn't have to worry about, you understand, if her leader is going to support the KKK rally.
Right.
The peace of Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Read on.
I am for peace. They are for war.
But now, when she speaks for the peace of her people who are oppressed inside of America, these bastards are for war. Rage on her now is to remove her from that position, hurt her pockets, that who knows who she's feeding with that.
Right.
You understand? Why does she have to be another unemployed Black woman in America?
Right.
Another unemployed Black or Hispanic inside of America.
Right.
You understand? Because it's a white supremacist nation. Because the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? Which is why, once again, we on ESPN. Understand? Why are we filling these sports arenas? Every single one of us should leave. You understand? Like, we got bigger issues than sports. Just like we got bigger issues going on than to talk about language and so on and so forth. We got bigger issues than to find out, you understand, if the Jets or Giants won.
About it too. Like, they get mad at her for having this opinion, but when they wanted the Black vote, they would go to sports figures. They would go to entertainers, Black sports figures, Black entertainers, to push them to push their agenda of who to vote for. So you can have a political opinion then, political opinion when it differs from what America says, is angry at her. Not Black folk is not angry. And the saddest part what Chaataza is saying is that these sports entertainers,
right,
shouldn't have to be athletes. Like, if anything, they're not shaming us, but they are shaming the likes of your Al Sharptons, your Farrakhan's, etc., like that, who ain't really got the balls to stand on anything. This is a woman. Ain't supposed to take on a manly spirit and speak in that manner. It was supposed to be Black men doing that. Even when you take the Kaepernick thing didn't get no support from nobody, really. Jim Brown and all of them. Jim killed me about Jim Brown. Jim Brown supported Ali, but now he turned his back because, again, you get old, you get feeble, and you learn to stop fighting, which is why that fight can only come from the Israelite School, University of Practical Knowledge, like, because we're trained in anything and to not compromise Black people's lives. Like, they like to talk that Black lives matter, and Black lives really don't matter amongst Black people. It is an agenda by the so-called leadership. So when a sister says something like this, she don't get the back, and the only back and they'll try to back up. Here's what they do. They're going to make this about her job. It's about Donald Trump being a white supremacist, or about white people, or about white America. This is going to turn into her job, just like Kaepernick turned into his job. Everybody more concerned about how good he can throw the football instead of being concerned about why he stopped standing for the national flag in the first place. That's
right, which just goes to show you that they're completely overlooking. You understand? Not even overlooking. They're looking the complete opposite direction of the fact of the matter that brothers and sisters are still getting killed by the police. You understand? So this is why all this is reaching a fever pitch, man.
Right.
And it's like, you know what I'm saying, in the sense of that we're gonna have no choice but to turn to each other.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's sad in the sense of how many deaths that we had, like how many public executions, how many millions of views. Do you understand? Like how many millions of people heard Eric Garner say he can't breathe?
And Alan Quartermain said Bill Maher said house nigga and completely got swept under the rug. Now, I don't follow Bill Maher, so I wouldn't know. But I'm not surprised by the white privilege that they can do what they want to do, but we can't.
That's a fact. And even the sister that was sleeping with him would say that he would call her a nigga while they were banging. You know what I'm saying? Like to all that, just to show you that all these devils that you sit there and you think that they love you, they do not.
That's right.
You get what I'm saying? And they will turn on you the first chance, like Like, and it just goes to show you, like, he said that because he felt comfortable of their homes and the comforts of their friends and the comforts of no cameras. It's even worse. You get what I'm saying? Because they really don't love us. So the question is, when are we going to start loving each other? And what that sister said was love for her people. You understand? Her people enough to speak out against the man who does not love her people. You understand? And that's what we need to get back to. We need that sense of nationalism, but it's never going to happen until we realize that we are a nation ourselves. That's inside of a nation that won't support us, that's going to continue to oppress us, man. And let me tell you something, man. We would actually have respect, straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? But it comes with taking those stands.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It comes with sacrifice, and it comes with, most of all, for having compassion for your people, which is something they don't have for us.
That's
and
right.
It's something that we have to have for each other, like brotherhood. Like we got those shirts right now. Brotherhood is a weapon. Because brotherhood is literally our economy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the beauty of the UPK, because that's what we have. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we have that cohesion, which is why we're able to do the miracles that we do inside this land. You understand? I mean, listen, just getting a brother to put weed down is a goddamn miracle, man. Like, you give me a brother who put down weed, we can conquer the earth. Like, straight up and down, because that weed has a hold on us, man.
Mm-hmm.
They got us doped up. If you heard about that album, it was called Too High to Riot. And like brothers is too high to really care about the social issues. So, you know what I'm saying? The same way, like, and you don't only got to be high on lean,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Cert or nothing like that. Like, these cats is high on ESPN off of viewership,
right,
fame, fortune, so on and so forth, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's why. But this sister right here, she woke up to something. But you know what I'm saying? But once again, we've been saying this for how long? We've been saying this since 1969. You understand that? It all boils down to, man, you understand, is that we as a people got to come together, pay your tithes. You understand? The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Memorial, the blowing of the trumpets, is Wednesday, September 30th. It's going down. We're actually hosting it at our new school. What is it, 2279? Yeah, 3rd Avenue, 22. Because like, it's, to me, I go by corners. Like, you know what I'm saying? We're on the corner of 3rd Ave and 124th Street. Come through.
Shalom.